What's up everyone, and welcome to Everyday Ultra. In this video we're going to talk about how you can chase down your goals and still uphold and maintain your day-to-day responsibilities. My name's Lucas, and like you, I consider myself an everyday common person facing the responsibilities of a day-to-day life. So I have a goal of being able to run multiple ultra marathons starting this year 2023 and into next year 2024, and I set out to make a vlog style documentary series about how I am training for these events but still maintaining my day-to-day life and responsibilities and not neglecting those areas. Where I came up with the idea from this channel originated from my own research in how I can train for these ultra endurance events. Like many people, I went online, started to do some research, and stumbled across a bunch of YouTube videos in which I was able to gain a lot of really valuable information. What I started to notice, though, in watching these videos is that many of these people in the videos were usually one of three things. Either they were already a world-class ultra endurance athlete in which their primary focus is full-time training for these events. They may have been entrepreneurs that owned a fitness company or a nutrition company, and while they still have to maintain their responsibilities of being an entrepreneur, their focus is a lot on fitness and working out and being able to maintain this peak performance, and they're kind of able to build that lifestyle around their source of income or their business. Or third, it might have been ex-pro athletes or ex-pro military in which they have already achieved some extraordinary feat of endurance or athletic performance, and now they're carrying it on into this area. And I started to notice in either looking at stuff online or just talking with friends or coworkers that a lot of people would start to say, oh well, it's a little different for these people that already are doing this because their whole life revolves around training for these events, or they already have some advantage in which their time commitment isn't getting pulled away into multiple other areas. And so the idea behind this channel is I really want to hone in and focus on what I like to refer to as the everyday person who has the responsibilities of a job, the standard W-2 job, who maybe is married or has kids or whatever that responsibility may be. And they're looking for a way to balance those responsibilities in a healthy way and still be able to go after their goals, whether it's to run an ultra or maybe it's a bodybuilding competition, or it doesn't even have to be any type of physical goal. Maybe they want to go out and start their own business, their own YouTube channel, whatever it may be, something that is going to take away their time, and how they can balance all of those responsibilities. So I want to start and give you a little idea about my current running background, so that way you get an idea that I'm not this advanced ultra athlete starting out. I ran my first marathon back in 2018. I live in Southeast Michigan, and the marathon that I ran was the Detroit International Marathon. And I believe I finished that marathon in around 5 hours. I've since then ran the Detroit Marathon 2 other times. The most recent was in 2022, and I finished that in 4 hours and 39 seconds. I had a goal of running it under 4 hours, so I have a little chip on my shoulder of that extra 39 seconds. And then most recently, I did my first trail race. It was a 50K up in Traverse City, Michigan, and I finished that in 6 hours and 40 minutes. So you can see from my running background and the times that I'm completing these races in, I'm not this elite runner or this extreme, athlete or fitness guru by any means. So the races that I have coming up now, in about a week I'm going to do another marathon up in Charlevoix, Michigan. It's just the standard road marathon. It's not on any trails. And that one I just signed up for because it's a beautiful scenery and I kind of worked it into my training plan. In August of this year, I have a race I'm really excited for. It's called the Marquette 50 Miler. So that one is up in Marquette, Michigan, which is in the UP or the Upper Peninsula. And that's a trail race, goes through some of the mountains up there and some very beautiful scenery around Lake Superior. So that one should be much more challenging. There's more elevation. The trails are not as forgiving as other trail races that I've done. So I'm really looking forward to that. And then just recently I signed up for the Black Canyon Ultra in February of 2024 out in Arizona. And that one is a 100K. So that's kind of my big race right now that I'm training for. Really excited about that one. I think that one's going to be a great challenge. Now, kind of moving on to my professional background, I feel like I need to give you a little view of what that looks like so you can get an idea of how I'm balancing my training and my professional responsibilities. So I work in healthcare in Southeast Michigan at one of the major metro hospitals down here. Typically, right now I'm putting in anywhere from 48 to 56 hours a week. Usually 4 to 5 days a week. I do a shift that goes from 7 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. And then the extra day a week, whether it's day 5 or day 6, I have to do a 16-hour shift, and so I go from 7 a.m. to 11:30 p.m. On those days, if I get up and work out before I go to work, usually the day will start at 3 a.m. On those, I meet a really good friend at a gym, and we work out before work. If I do not work out before work, then usually my day starts around 4:30 a.m. Sometimes that varies a little bit, just depending on what I have to do in the morning when I get up and go to work. As far as my personal background is concerned, I am married. I do not currently have kids. So I have the responsibilities of being a husband, spending quality time with my wife, also maintaining a home as I'm a homeowner, and then also, spending quality social time with friends and family. I have family that lives 4 hours north of me in Michigan, up in Petoskey, so I don't get to see them nearly as much as what I want, but it's also very important to me to carve out time to go up and see them, especially in the summer months. So what I hope to accomplish with this vlog style video series is to really give the everyday, the common person some insight into how I'm balancing my goals with my responsibilities and really showing that you can achieve both. I currently use a training plan, so in a lot of my upcoming videos, I'll show you what some of those training days look like and how I work in that training plan with my personal and professional responsibilities for that day. We'll talk about nutrition and how you can meal prep and not have to spend thousands of dollars per month on some crazy meal plan or some very expensive all organic food or whatever it may be, and how you can still eat a high quality diet and minimize the food prepping time and also the cost, because I think both of those balance in there. We'll go over some of the recovery techniques, how I fit those in, and then just the different strength training and how I have fun during my training, because I think it's really important to enjoy what you're doing. So I'm really excited to finally get this series off the ground. I really hope to bring some value, some encouragement to just the everyday person trying to go out there and achieve what they want and fulfill their dreams. So I really appreciate you tuning in, viewing this video. Make sure you follow along for more videos to come. Thanks.